Welcome. And welcome. The Roberto Negro Show, and this is your favorite, and I mean your favorite, podcast, radio, promoter, friend, who's welcoming into the community of not just deathmatch wrestling, but pro wrestling, because we are a big community, a community of love. How's that sound? Is that good? Is that fucking good? 4 days, damn it. 4 days until Merry Christmas. Now, you know, it's funny. We named a show years ago called Merry fucking Christmas. Merry effing Christmas. And I didn't want to do that this year. And the only reason I didn't want to do it, I'm pulling the curtain back a little, was I wanted to play in to the whole woke, you know, Merry Christmas. Why are you saying Merry Christmas? It should be Season's Greetings or whatever the hell you're supposed to say, because Merry Christmas is racist and bigoted and Islamophobic and fatphobic and whatever phobic and, you know, anti-Semitic, whatever the buzzword of the day to rile up whatever group. It's, flat earth phobic. But we did have a show called Merry fucking Christmas. And we'll actually put that out at some point. Still going through these never-ending tape library that we have and that we're trying to put together. The Mins just reminded me, order the pay-per-view. Order the pay-per-view, everybody. Order the fucking pay-per-view. Okay? Order the pay-per-view. Damn it. I didn't think Mins would be on online tonight. He was working the door at the GCW Settlement Series. So I didn't think Mins would be he'd be with us. He helps Mr. Lauderdale and the GCW Settlement Series over at the H2O Arena with our good friends Matt Tremont, who still owes me $440. Actually, he actually owes me more because I did make autograph cards that are completely fucking useless. So I've made autograph cards, 100 of them, for him to sign at California. That's a complete fucking waste. You can wipe your ass with them. So that and the fucking plane ticket. Come out to, well, we'll just call it 500 even. Okay? 500 even. So I should have told Mins to remind Tremont. Have Mins be like Maury. You know, Maury's wig from Goodfellas. Hey Matt, you got Rob's money? You got Rob's money? You know, you got Rob's money. Where's the money? You got Rob's money? You know, where's the fucking money? You know, I did my part. Where's the fucking money? Where Mark from Buffalo wants to know, is that a conflict of interest? Working... well, working the Tremont, it's not Tremont show. It's the Brett show. So, but right, guys, you fucking got to pay up. That's what you got to do. All right, you got to pay listen, you got to pay to play. All right. I know all these fucking indie guys. That's what they do. They just kind of shrug their shoulders and go, "Oh well." Oh, well. Oh, you bought me a plane ticket? Oh, well. You got to eat your plane ticket? Oh, well. No. No, it's not good business, my friends. It's not good business. But I digress. Let's, and the only reason I brought that up is because I saw the Mins was in the chat room, and I really didn't think he was gonna be on, because he hit me up earlier and was like, I'm still at the settlement show. So, but we did do a show, Merry Fucking Christmas. It's in a lot of the old tapes, and I'm still constantly... Listen, you want to know what I had to go out and get? Besides a fucking beta deck. Okay? A goddamn beta deck. Which, they don't even, I'm lucky I got it. I got it locally. Somebody locally was selling it. I picked it up for like $250, $300. But I had to order a Sony mini DV deck, or DV deck that also played mini DV tapes. Because when I bought XPW back, all of the footage is on beta and mini DV and regular DV. DV cam is the proper term. Who the fuck has a fucking DV cam? No, but, and I even hit up Slava. I'm like, Slava, I don't have one. I could ask around. Well, I asked Slava, that was like 3 fucking months ago. All right. Slava's a great picture taker, okay? Great picture taker, great videographer, but his personal life, he's a horrible manager of that. And knowing, like, fucking DVD authors, don't know that. Fucking equipment, old equipment, being in the game, being in the business, being in LA, don't know that. But fucking weird, fucking whacked out tattoo broads, he's got that on lockdown, motherfucker. But yeah, fucking one of our offices it gives me these weird flashbacks. I go by our one office and it harkens back to 99. I feel like I'm looking at web. I do. I feel like I'm because the beta deck, old computers. Because all the new computers aren't set up for, bringing in analog fucking tape. So I gotta buy all these Blackmagic caption cards and RCA cables, because the beta deck doesn't have a Firewire. This old-ass beta deck's got RCA cables. So I'm going through RCA cables into fucking... And I just go by the office and I watch the beta tapes going in and the beta tapes going out, being capped. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, yes, Some of the stuff we're taking off of DVDs. It's ultimately the same quality. The deck. Eric Hernandez said Slava versus Shane Douglas, the tape deck match. The tape deck. 20 years later, I got a fucking tape deck. I got 2 tape decks that work. But according to Shane Douglas, no tape decks worked, and that's when he quit the company and walked out on us. Yeah, okay. Fucking retard. Anyways, don't get me fucking started again, you guys. Don't get me... Don't get me started. You see, you guys are making me go off. Chad, what were you looking forward to the answer, actually? A conflict of interest? There's no conflict of interest. With who? With Tremont, there's no conflict of interest there because Chad doesn't work for Tremont. With Brett Lauderdale, there's no conflict of interest there with me. I don't get, I mean, you know. You want to know when there's a conflict of interest? When I say there's a conflict of interest. It's subjective. That's kind of how it is in my life. Everything is kind of subjective, you know? When someone goes, hey man, are we cool? I go, yeah. Are you sure? I go, yeah. Oh, I thought maybe we weren't cool. Nah, don't worry. If we're not cool, I'll tell you we're not cool. Or I just won't talk to you anymore. Well, when will that happen? I don't know. It could happen any time. Who the fuck do I know? I could wake up one morning and be like, wow, that really upset me what they did. But it doesn't. I don't care that Chad's got to make money. Well, actually, he doesn't have to make money. He's got to go he makes enough money fucking cleaning houses. So, yeah, he ain't getting rich working for me and fucking Brett Lauderdale, I'll tell you that. But I do want to put the Mins over real quick. I know we're all over the place, but don't we always kind of veer off into strange territory in the first segment? Rather we talk about my kids' Boy Scouts and the den mom who's a big fat motherfucker, or we talk about, you know, someone at the bank or stupid shit like that. I do want to put Chad over. He did a great job over the weekend. He had the whole the tryout thing where people could go and work out in front of bookers and who whatever, just kids and I mean they probably all weren't kids, but wannabe wrestlers got to work out in front of people that could give them jobs or a hot dog and a handshake, whatever. And it was good. I mean, I didn't watch the show. I wasn't sitting there glued to the internet watching it, but all the pictures I saw, he had a packed house. Place was fucking packed. Bro, place is more packed than any goddamn XPW, GCW, ICW show that I've seen in the last, month or so. And granted, it was loaded, but still, I mean, what the fuck, man? Great crowd. And it's cool to support Chad, and all that autograph crap than fucking, Pato Feinstein over there. Or not even suspected. He was on camera trying to pick up a young boy. So, he did a good job. Listen, you see, he did a good job, and it was a success. That's why I brought him in. I'm not saying I bring all winners in. I mean, there is a long list of fucking losers and douchebags that I've had around me. But the Mins, so far, is one of the good ones. And he had a very successful show, and it shows that he knows what he's doing. He knows how to organize shit. But that's enough of putting the Mins over. So, there's no conflict yet. We'll see what happens down the line. We'll see. The day he picks Brett over me, there's the conflict. And he goes, Rob, I got Brett the same day. And I go, yeah, so? And he goes, well, you know, I got to go with Brett. I go, there's a conflict. There's a conflict. I know, but what do you want me to do? What do you mean what I want you to do? Tell him to go fuck his mother. That's what I want you to do. It's a conflict. All right. Where the fuck were we? Oh, the decks. In the fucking decks. In the jacks. Fucking decks, for Christ's sakes. But yeah, so Merry fucking Christmas. Go out and order your pay-per-view. Now. Damn it. We just put out another match. I mean, you guys knew. You know, it's funny, Ruben from Mass Republic, our Latin connection. He hit me up. He goes, hey, man. He goes, can you do me a favor? I was like, what? And he goes, the Mexicans are getting riled up. I go, why? And he goes, because you haven't, like, put anything out about them. And I go, what the fuck do you mean? He goes, well, you haven't advertised or said that Damien's going to be there or Beastie is going to... I go, but it's coming. I go, we got 4 days. You know, I'm trying to, like, keep giving the fans stuff to digest. I go, I want them to feel like, ugh, I've seen this ad already. You know, that's always my biggest issue with bombarding everybody with, you know, tweets or Facebook posts. I always want it to be fresh. And that's kind of that balancing act. Because I know, from my standpoint, when I see the same fucking ad or I see that same, you know, fucking card, oh, this person, and it's, oh, geez, I've seen this 4 times already. I've seen, like, I get there's a part that goes, well, that will make you buy it. Well, I don't know. Or it just makes you mentally turn off what you're seeing. Because it's not fresh. It's not new. So I like to give the fans that kind of slow drip. And then a couple days before the show, start turning it on. But give them something every day. So there's something fresh every day. Something new every day. Fresh content every day. And by and large, if you look at everything that we do, every day there's something. Maybe on said day, we don't announce a new wrestler, but we drop a music video. Or we say, hey, the new episode of TV's up. Or, oh, hey, here's something funny. Me and Schlack as a stepbrother picture. Or, oh, here's Schlack with Hulk Hogan. Or something like that. Something that keeps it fresh. That it's not just, oh, here's a title card of something you already saw a week ago. Or, hey, buy this fucking shit that we just got the wrestlers to sign 3 months ago. Look, we're having a fucking auction, a Facebook auction. Yay! Fuck out of here. So Ruben's like, well, will you put... I go, well, tonight, the Matt Cross Bestia slide's going up. He's like, oh, okay. I go, but Ruben, you realize... And I go, I get it. They don't listen to the show. But, you know, more than like 2 or 3 people listen to the Rob Black Show. Like, more than 2 or 3 people. I'm not saying millions. But if you add up downloads and you add up the Spreakers and you add up, you know, the YouTubes or the iTunes, if you add up all that crap, every episode is in the thousands as far as downloads, people downloading it. When I look at the stats at the end of the week, every Sunday I get my stats. I go, we talked about Matt Cross. We talked about Bestia. We talked about Psychosis. We talked about Damien 666. I go, people that listen to the show know they're going to be there. No, I know. But, you know, they want to see it. I go, I got you. Well, and then I sent Ruben the slide. I go, well, obviously I didn't just sit here and make it up. I go, you see. He goes, no, thank you. I go, okay. I go, now, Ruben, let's talk about some of these other issues. Now, I'm not going to divulge those issues. Maybe we'll lift that curtain next week, but that was the news on the Bestia 666 and Matt Cross. So I think that's going to be a killer match. I mean, so far, every match we've announced is fucking insanity. I mean, really. It's not the same old bullshit. The matches fit in the story of what we're doing on XPW. Every single one of these matches are not just thrown out. Even Matt Cross and Bestia. So Matt Cross is going to try to avenge his loss to Bestia's father. So every match goes along with the story. It's not just, you know, I don't know, fucking Tony DePan against Starboy Charlie. for the sake of Tony DePan against Starboy Charlie. I love Starboy Charlie. I might like Starboy Charlie as much as I like Sean Henderson. Now, I don't know who the fuck Sean Henderson is, but I know who Starboy Charlie is, but I just don't understand Starboy Charlie. There's just things with the new kind of era of wrestling that I just don't get. Where I just look at some of the wrestlers and I'm like, I don't get it. And I look at the fans, you know, gathered around the ring and they're pounding on the ring mat. And they're like, hey! They're so excited. I'm like, I don't get it. I guess that's me, you know. I'm just 49-year-old out of touch asshole. I just don't get it, I guess. You know? You know? I don't get it. So, and I guess I never will get it. Starboy. Who's the other one that I used to always talk about? There's Starboy Charlie. And then there's him, Isaac, I think. What fucking... I think Isaac once sent it to me. Is he on here? Or, oh, wait a minute. Ah! Speedball Mike Bailey! That's the other one! Speedball Mike Bailey! Yep. Speedball Mike Bailey! Starboy Charlie! Tony DePan! It's a three-way! You cannot miss! We will all gather around the ring, and we will beat on the canvas! This is awesome! This is awesome! And we will demand 175 false finishes. We will demand every high spot that they've fucking created. We will demand that. That's it. Damn it. Slack goes, yo, Speedball's sick. You know what else is sick? My asshole, after I've lifted fucking weights for about an hour, and I've done the elliptical for about another 45 minutes. And when I go to adjust my cock and balls and my asshole, the stench stays on my hand to the point where no matter how much I wash it, no matter what cleaning product I use, straight up bleach won't kill the asshole smell that is still on my hand. That schlack is fucking sick. Anyways, where the fuck were we? You know when we get into that that crazy where we're just all over the place. This is one of this. No, Slack. Listen to me. There's nothing to look at, bro. Dex, thank you, David. Thank you. Tape decks. Yeah, but Slack, it's not just the cock, bro. It's the asshole. It's the taint. It's everything in that area. All right, that's sick. I know, Double D said it's like a... Well, remember, guys, we're not going to be doing a Fun Friday. Fun Friday's off because we're going to be in California prepping for the show. Hanging lights. Setting up a PA system. That's what's going to go down on Friday. Putting up tarps. So the owner of the Darby of the Darby room won't bust my balls for the 900th time. We're almost there, Rob. Fucking glass is almost so it's almost completely on the tarp. So, all right, we'll see. That's it. Theater Brutality will put it together. after this weekend. So when I'm sitting staring off into the void, I will decide what day we're going to do the Theater of Brutality. And I'll say, that's the day. That is the day. What else? What else? Oh, tape decks. Fuck tape decks. Alright, let's, fucking tape decks. God damn it. We did the tree. Did I tell you guys I got a tree over the weekend? We do the cut the tree down. The last 2 years, we didn't do the cut the tree down. We kind of did. I don't want to say we did, we did ghetto. It is not ghetto at all. I'm not going to say ghetto. It's not how I would classify it. But I did go to Lowe's and get a fucking tree. So it's not ghetto, but it's definitely not, going to it's like going to get a pumpkin at the fucking grocery store versus going to a pumpkin patch, You know what I mean? So last year, we got a tree from Lowe's. It's a real tree. I'm not going to get a fake tree. We got the tree from Lowe's. And if I recall, the premise was because we went to Florida. So we didn't want to get the tree and go through the whole gimmick of the tree patch, because we were also going to Florida to spend it with the parents. And then the year before that, we did the same thing, and I think it was because it was that I think it was the year before that. It was a dark period in the Zachary Black Martini era. So again, just getting it at Lowe's. And then the year before that, what the fuck did we do? We didn't get it at Lowe's, but it was at a tree, a place that was just selling trees in the parking lot. The first year we were here, we went out and cut a tree down. But Major was still he was a year. So he couldn't really enjoy it. So this year we went back to our roots and we cut the tree down with both kids. So we took the kids out. Me and Major together saw the tree while fucking Brock ran down the aisle like a fucking mental patient, like he does. Did that, brought it back. That was Saturday. Yeah. Saturday. Put it up. Did the whole gimmick. And then I had to work Saturday night. Yes, Christ is King, George. Christ is King. And then Sunday, we did the trampoline park. The kids are fine. Everybody was good. Nobody acted like a fucking jerk off. Like everybody was good. I think me and Martini were the ones that were like arguing at the trampoline park. Kids were good. We were going back and forth. And that was it. So tonight we decorated it. Put the fucking, ornaments up. But fucking Brock, man. It's like, he's only 3 and he's, he's not all there. He's a little, he gets a little triggered sometimes. So he doesn't understand the concept of putting the ornaments on the fucking tree. So he goes over to the tree and he just kind of balances it. And then the ornament falls to the ground and smashes. And then Major loses his shit. He's like, Brock is breaking the ornaments! I'm like, I know. I'm like, Brock, stop. Okay. I say, okay. And then he goes and gets the fucking ornaments and goes back. Puts it in the same thing and it fucking falls. And then Major, please break it! And then at one point he goes and grabs Brock by his like shoulders. It looked like he grabbed him by his throat. But I don't want to say that. Because then it makes it sound like Major's got a tinge of violence in him. Ultra violence. So let's just say he grabbed him by his shoulders. And then threw him into the couch. So I yell at Major. But it didn't deter Brock. Because he went back, got another ornament, waited about a minute and a half, went over, put it in the area, it bounced, smashed to the ground. At that point, I had to get Brock out of the fucking room because Major was literally like, he was out of his fucking mind, screaming at the top of his lungs, Brock's gonna break all of my ornaments, he's ruining the Christmas tree, and he's just screaming, get out! Get out! Get out! But we got it done. Okay? We got it done. And that was tonight. So, with that being said, this free-for-all has come to a bitter close. When we come back, we're going to go deep. We're going to do 2 things. We're going to make a call to a friend of the show's. Then we're going to go deep into the XPW history. So, let's take a quick break. Christ loves Schlack, and Christ is king. All right. Mark from Buffalo is so misogynistic. I told my bitch, if she wants a treat, get it herself. Oh! Oh! And just like that, she did. And then I told her to take my balls right down her throat. Oh! We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
Nothing racist, nothing homophobic. Am I live on the Rob Black Show?
You are live on the Rob Black Show, and you know the routine, Mr. Body. How are you tonight?
Thank you for having me.
Well,
Hey, dude. I'm doing good. I'm getting ready, yo. This was the night where it really clicked with me. I started doing my laundry. I was doing a couple workouts. I was like, all right, yo, it's getting close.
Did I send you your ticket yet?
No, Robert, you haven't, and I wasn't going to bugaboo you, but I'd really like to know when I'm leaving. I'm like, listen, dude, I know my spot on the card. I'll take a fucking hot air balloon, but yeah, would like to know at some point.
I thought I sent it to you. Okay.
Nah,
I started sending the tickets out to, everybody Monday. So, I sent Schlack and everybody. So I'm like, oh, did I tell the body? I mean, it's Friday, and you got to do your Buffalo thing again, obviously. But
yeah.
So when I get off the air and I'm having a delicious meal, because that's what I got being cooked for me right now, a fucking delicious home-cooked meal. You know why? Because Cat Martini is Miss fucking Susie Homemaker. That's why.
Chef Cat Boyardee.
You know what I think she does? I think she fucking puts little droplets of antifreeze in every dinner that she makes for me so she could slowly fucking kill me. That's why every so I feel like shit, and I think it's because she's fucking poisoning me.
It's a mixture of that, and she's also been, turkey basters.
Yeah.
I've been filling up turkey basters of homeless, transgender ladies comes from around the city, and when you're sleeping, we put an X-ray machine on top of you, so give you radiation, and then while you're being radiated, we pump you with the homeless transgender ladies cum. So we're basically turning you into a superhuman.
Oh! I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what will turn me into a fucking superhuman. That would make a good. That would make a good graphic novel.
Yeah. What do you think made Hitler so successful? You ever hear of Hitler, the H-man?
Why would? No. Let's not go. Hey, let's not go into the Kanye West territory, okay?
True. I'm a psycho, dude.
Yeah.
Psychos we're funny 90% of the time, and then we bring up something like the Catholic Church, and we fucking next thing we know, our heads are on the platter.
Yeah, I gotta pull you back. As soon as you're like, yo, Hitler, the H man. What? All right, let's.
Was I shooting it by calling him the H man? Did I make it clear that we were almost friends, or I just didn't? I didn't see the seriousness.
Yeah. You took the seriousness of Hitler, and then you're like, yeah, the H man. So you made it where, yeah, you guys are like fucking homies. You guys like fucking kick it and play fucking Call of Duty and shit together.
Yeah. I'm currently in Jamaica with him and Tupac. If you got any messages for them.
They're fucking
Benoit. Hey, get this too. Benoit and his family are here, dude. Craziness.
along with the whole plane of fucking 9/11 passengers, right?
Yeah, I've been doing some research on that 9/11 thing. That's insane, right?
Listen, I had this conversation. It was a quick little thing the other day when I was kind of talking about stuff. But there is a really, really good documentary. Besides, believe it or not, the Michael Moore one, the Fahrenheit 9/11, where you're like, oh yeah. We now in 2022, you talk about some of this stuff, and in America, you're instantly, you're a fucking conspiracy theorist. You're a threat to democracy. But back, 20 years ago, when Michael Moore made that Fahrenheit 9/11, I mean, that was a straight up conspiracy saying that the Bush administration had something to do with 9/11. And back then, everybody in America was like, oh yeah, perfectly good documentary. Makes a lot of sense. And now, if you bring up anything that's on that conspiratorial spectrum, you're anti-America. You're fucking, you're a fucking threat to democracy. How dare you? And it's like, bro, they gave an Academy Award to a fucking documentary that implicated the Bush family in 9/11. you can't get any more kind of anti-American than saying that the sitting president of the United States was fucking involved in the murdering of 3,000 Americans. But if you want to watch a wild documentary that's not just Michael Moore's, it's called Loose Change. And it's on...
Loose Change?
Yeah, Loose Change. It's on... I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore, but you could find it, and it's this documentary about 9/11, and it's like a whole conspiracy thing. And there's parts of it where you're like, oh, stop. But then there's other parts where you're like, huh, okay. Like whenever the conspiracies get into, oh, all the planes were diverted to, an island somewhere, and that's like, get the fuck out of here. But when you start talking about, this was an inside job, and there was, explosions, and look, if there's a missile shot this out, this actually kind of goes, all right, what airplane did this to the Pentagon? How is there no video footage of the airplane going into the Pentagon? And this documentary lays that shit out and makes you go, huh, okay, interesting. I don't know if I could fully get on board with it, but okay, interesting. So,
Yeah, well, I just don't want to come across as like anti-American or whatever. And for the stuff I said about the Holocaust, actually my grandfather died in the Holocaust. He was in the guard tower shooting at the Jews, and he fell out of it. So it's a serious thing, and I understand.
All right, I don't know. All right. Let's get off your Nazi humor here. All of a sudden,
as a Canadian, I'll call in and just say every single tragedy that's ever happened in American history, and just make complete fun of it. And then you're like, no, you don't know what you're doing right now. Please stop. And I'm just sitting in my house in Canada, like, ha 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 ha.
And we'll create, and now not only will, and now we create this anti-Canadian sentiment.
Oh man, it took like 2 days of leaning into the character, of actually being like, all right, I'll live the character at least on screen. And it's very easy in the States what people get upset about. So it's very clear what my role is.
You basically what we've created with the body is a little piece for somebody to hate on all corners.
Yes. Yep.
Isn't that amazing?
I walk in. Dude, it's art. It is fucking art. Like I walk into the Philly subway station, scream the N-word, and then when the brothers are about to jump me, start screaming, "I'm gay! I'm gay! I'm the minority!" It's a perfect. Just a perfect scene.
I mean, I know. I mean, I got to imagine at some point, because it's always kind of happened in the XPW history, at some point somebody breaks down some of the shit we do, and one person dares to go, "It was fucking genius." And this will go down as the character that people will go, "It's amazing how they did that character," and it was like, there's elements that you hate him, and then there's elements that you like him, and he's got support from one community but hatred from another, and they managed to pull it off depending on what city and town they were in.
No, this is why I love XPW. This is what puts XPW different from everything else, is it just represents the world. It's everything in the world. And right now, majority of the people aren't happy with the world, So we're just pulling like every bullshit that happens on the street, we're mimicking to 1,000 levels higher with XPW. There's something for everybody, and it's relatable. Yeah. So once the people are tired of shitting and everyone starts to slowly come around, as they already are, we're sitting in the driver's seat.
So you got any new?
People are going to be stealing our ideas.
Well, yeah, well, you'll see. Well, I've said it before. I think we already gave cover to Impact or for NWA to put the belt on Tyrus. They didn't put the belt on Tyrus before we started kind of going, who gives a fuck what the internet and Twitter trolls think? Who gives a fuck, about mega magas? Who gives a shit about that? It's fucking wrestling, you assholes. And I think the NWA and Billy Corgan, they went, yeah, fuck it. And then they put the belt on Tyrus. Because, I mean, he is basically our version of Necro. So here's a guy that is on Fox News. He's on Fox every night on the Greg Gutfeld show. He's pro-Trump. He's pro-Republican. And he had a fucking a sex lawsuit in his fucking, was leaning on a coworker basically to have sex with him to get further position in a job. And then he had to settle out of court and pay the broad a bunch of money. So in any other fucking universe, this dude is not the heavyweight champion of a fucking company, But in today's day and age with fucking XPW kind of leading the charge of, well, you know what, dude? It's wrestling. You want to be a heel, you got to fucking lean into shit because all the smart marks run around going, oh, we know it's all fake, wink, wink, ha, ha, ha. Let's all have a beer. We know you're really not a bad guy. Now you got to actually have somebody that personally you disagree with on all aspects of their life so you could go, I hate that motherfucker. And I'm going to come to the show to see this motherfucker get his ass kicked. Or I'm going to fucking yell at him.
I guarantee you, since all the stuff popping off with me and Necro, there are so many people that have their eyes glued to that because they just want to see me get my fucking head kicked in, And then next month, you reset it up again. There's somebody else to come kick my head in, It's just like, that's the fucking magic in it.
All right, so what's up? Tell me something. Let's go. I got a show to do, and I'm sitting here fucking around with you.
Ooh, sorry. Was I blowing you too hard playing Tommy Stick?
Yeah, you were definitely blowing me too hard.
All right.
I don't like teeth. Listen to me. I don't like teeth, bro.
I'm not very teethy. You're good.
All right.
All right. We'll play a game for the audience. Guess what sound this is? Did you hear that?
No, what was it?
Taking a bump.
Oh, you just did a bump. You just did cocaine.
You can call it that.
What do you call
Unless the police are listening, then it wasn't. And if you know who is listening, it certainly wasn't Dick.
Is cocaine legal in Canada? I mean, I know everything's weird in Canada.
No way it's legal in Canada. It is illegal. Mushrooms are legal, which is cool.
And of course, fucking sucking dick is legal.
Yeah, sucking dick with a yacht mop on your head is also legal.
All right. What about getting gangbanged by the Toronto Raptors?
Train ran on you by the Raptors. You're at there's this black strip club called the Zanzibar downtown. Yeah, Zanzibar. Wonder who the fuck's hanging out there. And that's where all the brothers hang out. And I don't know what goes on in there because I'm too scared to enter. But yeah, that's where the Raptors go. Oh, there was a chick I knew in Philly who let the 76ers run a train on it.
Oh, yeah. All right. So are you ready for... Listen to me.
And her name was Mama Necro Butcher.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this match, bro?
This is what I was going to say, Rob. So I came out. People were thinking that I lost my mind challenging for this match. Dude, I understand that Danny DeMonto's built up this thing of deathmatch where and it might have started in CCW a little bit, but where they feel like these deathmatch dudes need to be these 6'5", like ugly looking guys with beards going down them that wear jeans and like a cut off tee to the ring, you know?
Or they wait a minute, or they wear like cargo shorts.
Yeah. Oh no. Cargo shorts are cool. Cargo shorts and beanies are cool. I'm like, oh, breaking news. My dad asked me to grab him a can of Coke while I went downstairs.
What, do you live at your parents'?
Yeah, well, yeah, we have fucking 23, Rob. Don't diminish me here. All the XPW money that I make, I put in stocks.
Is your mom and your dad, or are you just there with your dad?
No, my mom's upstairs.
Oh, so both your parents live there?
Yeah.
Do you have a sister?
My sister. I do have a sister. She moved out maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Does she look like you?
Nah, no, she has the same nose.
So it's just you and your sister. That's it.
Those are the 2 siblings. Yeah, but she lives in London, Ontario. It's like 2 hours away.
Let me ask you something. I'm gonna get a little personal. Let me ask you because you're a little weird. You're a little weird.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I'm.
Is this? Did your dad ever molest you when you were young?
No. But yo, you know what's funny?
Are you wait? Are you sure?
Yeah, we'll define molesting.
Like touch your penis, like you like he was like he was like hey Ryan, it's time for you to take a shower. You're dirty, and you're like, well, Dad, I shower by myself. I'm 8 years old, and he's like, no, I got to show you. You don't properly wash yourself, and then he makes you take a shower with them, and
Yeah, he would take his credit card out and roll my foreskin back and scrape the schmegma off and then put them in glass vials.
Well, no, dude. No, see, now you're making a joke of it. You take a shower.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make a joke out of the molestation. I'm sorry.
And now you're in the shower. And your dad asked you to he's like, we touch. Dad wants you to touch his penis, and then you fucking jerk your dad off.
I mean, if your dad tells you to do something, you have to do it, right?
I'm just saying, did any of that scenario happen based on the way you are as a human being today? No. So here's the thing. I always played hockey growing up, and my dad is not. I'm not saying this 100%, but I think he's pretty homophobic, he's an old school guy. He's in his 60s, almost 70. He's about Necro's age. Well, Necro's not 70, motherfucker. Necro's as old as me.
No, in my mind, I'm getting punched in the face by him on Saturday. I have told myself he's 70. I keep going. He's 70. He almost died of cancer. You're fine. He probably doesn't hit hard. You're good. And then I'll watch Joe Rogan, and he'll be like, "Yeah, the last thing to leave is power." And I'm like, "Oh fuck," But I put a guarantee out, and I'm not backing down from my guarantee. I've got the vial of cum, and I'm going to knock him out. And then I'm also going to pour the fucking ball right down his throat when he's unconscious in the middle of the XPW ring. Also, though, I forgot that Jasmine St. Clair walks him out. She is fucking hot. Rob, what do you think, out of 0 to 10, what do you think the chances are that I could fucking bone her?
You know what? I don't know. Because she's a little kooky. If you catch her at the right moment, she might just do it for the fuck of it. That's how kooky she is.
I feel like she's one of those chicks that's like, no, I did sex for work. I don't like it. And then she takes a hit of ketamine and starts trying to, take your pants off with her teeth.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's not far-fetched. How's that? I'm not gonna say you're way off, but it's not far-fetched.
Who do you think I got the best shot? Do you think Misha would do it?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Okay. Would her husband kill me though? I like him.
Nah, Slava. You know what? Slava will film it. It's all good.
Yo, can we film that?
Yeah, Slava will film it.
Oh, let's fucking go.
It'll be good.
I go, yeah, well, Well, I mean, I was going to come on here and shoot about my match, but everything's good, and I'll talk to you soon. And just hang up.
What do you mean? That's it? What are you done? What are you? Did I ruin the mood of talking about your dad making you jerk him off in the shower?
No, that's what I wanted to get into though. So there was do you remember Blockbuster?
Yeah.
So we had a Blockbuster by our house, right? We would go sometimes. We're kids. Your dad, he works 40 hours a week. He's working hard. Maybe at the end of the week, sometimes tries to be nice on a Tuesday or whatever. He treats you to rent a movie. So we would go this one time in particular. I remember I was renting Star Wars 2. So that was the Clone Wars one, not the fucking old one.
No, Empire Strikes Back. Oh, not that one. You watched the Star Wars. I know what you mean. The shitty
newer
one.
Yeah.
The one that nobody really watched. But we all watched it.
But look at Star Wars now. Luke Skywalker is a fucking girl with a penis that's also black and also plays football. Like they've gone complete just like horseshit with the series.
Okay, keep going.
Sorry. Left out to dry about the Star Wars bullshit. I was like, all right, fans, you have a problem with my Star Wars talk? Fucking take it out. You messaged Necro Booker saying that I was talking shit about Star Wars. I bet that old fuck will care.
Yeah, why are you talking about Star Wars, you little freak?
Like Star Trek, Star Tour of Duty. Was it that one? Yo, speaking of World War II, fucking Necro's probably in it, dude. You know what I heard? You know what I heard?
What?
He would bend over and he would hold his asshole out, and all the German troops, the only way that they could open the door was they had to stick their finger or their cocks in his ass, and then he would say, "Open sesame," and he would open the door for them. And for whatever reason, he demanded that they only entered one at a time. He wanted everybody to have to open the door individually. He wouldn't just open the door for everyone, and they'd be running late. Like the Fuhrer would be like, "We have to go, we got to go." And Necro would be like, no, there's still 9 more troops left. I want them to open the door.
Bro, you're definitely, I'm telling you, the Necro's listening, which I don't know he is.
Dude, listen, people want to think that I'm not as much because I don't come out wearing fucking jeans. I'm not 6 foot with bald and a fucking weird looking beard, wearing some cut off shitty rock tee. Dude, I'm from fucking Canada. Canada is the toughest motherfuckers on the planet. Maybe Australians might be tougher. Canada is definitely second. I know Necro's going to bring it to me. That's not the part that I'm worried about. I'm worried about the repercussions after the match when I bring it the fuck back to him. He's talking about a hate crime. He's already pussying out. He's already saying that the police will be involved and it's going to be a big fucking me hiding behind shit so I don't have to deal with him. Nah, dude, that's coming out of his mouth. I never brought up any of that shit. I know this guy can throw a fucking punch, and I'm going to stand there in the middle of the ring, hold my fucking jaw down, take his shot, and then I'm going to fucking rip off on him. And we are going to go back and forth until somebody's down. There's no wrestling this Saturday. This is going to be fucking punch for punch and see who the toughest motherfucker is.
It's a bold statement, Buddy. It's a bold statement.
And then and all the social justice where the people being called snowflakes, this and the other, everything that we are standing behind and representing. If he does, for whatever reason, manage to knock me out and walk away, then I guess that just shows, everybody online that they're not as tough as they fucking think they are. But there's no way I'm going to let it get to that.
No. All right.
I'll bite his cock off his torso.
Now, don't forget. Don't forget. He's got the mega magas. He's got Danny, the race trader referee. He's got Jasmine, and then he's got the hardcore hillbilly with him.
Oh yeah, hardcore hillbilly. That guy was great. I almost saw him get ass raped in a fucking liquor store in Newark. That guy seems tough as shit. And then with the other guy, the little Mexican dude with the the hat on. He didn't even know how to use a fucking compactor, and I'm pretty sure the only thing Mexican people know how to use is a fucking compactor. So he seems like he's going to be a great hand for him. And then Jasmine's spread her hole for 300 people. If she doesn't think that I'm a fucking coming there at 301 and leave my fucking load in her ass too, she's got another thing coming.
It's a big fucking words, man. Big words. All right, well, Body, we're excited. The XPW universe excited. You know, you should cut a fucking promo, bro. Why don't you put the camera on you tomorrow and cut a goddamn promo?
I got you, Robert. Because there's still a lot that I got fucking left in the tank, and that I want. You know what? Honestly, I'm looking, dude. I have so much shit written here to tee off on him. I'm gonna film it in a promo and just post it out instead.
Yeah, just do the fucking promo and send it to me so we can put it on this week's TV show. That's the Go Home show, and then we can put it online. Okay.
Am I allowed to wear brass knucks?
What?
Well, is the referee going to check me for brass knucks?
Is he going to check you for what?
For brass knucks. If I put a pair of brass knuckles in my hoop before the match and I walk out there, and then at some point during the match I go outside the ring and I reach up into my asshole and I pull out the brass knucks and slide them on. Is that legal?
You know what, dude? If you're gonna fucking keister brass knuckles, you're in, bro. Okay, you
from Canada. Canada, the whole trip.
All right, you fucking keister that. All right.
Oh, I'll hoop it. I don't give a. Before I go, can I finish the Blockbuster molestation story?
What? I'm looking at Schlack crying over here. Schlack's like, yeah, why do I get hollered at for no promo, but this shithead never has to cut one? Why don't you explain to Schlack that you just got elevated into a key position into the XPW universe? Schlack's been part of the key front end of the XPW universe practically since day one. He's supposed to be doing it. You just got there, Body. Tell this motherfucker. He's getting me fired up like Shane fucking Douglas does now.
Yo, yeah, Schlack, I'm sorry. I know we've had sex with a lot of the same chicks in the past, and I know you've been doing this for a while, but it basically comes down to while you're, like, doing FaceTime calls, trying to get your lighting right for the XPW TV shows, I'm just fucking way hotter chick. Rob pays me more than he pays you. He didn't want me to tell you that, but that was one thing that came up for sure. And then I don't know if he told you the plans for January, but yeah, the belt's coming with me as well. And then he said also that I was going to get the name, so I'm going to be Schlack Hardbody as well. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot left for you to do, though. I think we're going to start like dressing you up like a cat or something. But it's going to be sick for you. Yo, also,
Schlack said, "Don't make me choke you out like Teddy Hart."
No, oh, dude, what? Teddy Hart won't choke me out. I'm not a girl. So, yo, Rob, what do you think about this, though, for an XPW show? It's called XPW Presents Not in Our Backyard, and it's backyard wrestling, but we do it in other people's backyards. So we just show up randomly in people's backyards and start wrestling, and then the only way to end the match is either they call the cops or they come outside and then, like, freak out at us. And then we leave, but then we come back with barbecue backyard wrestling, not in our backyard, and we start trying to have a barbecue for them.
I love it.
Yo, backyard wrestling in other random people's backyards? How fucking great of an idea is that?
I love it. All right, listen to me. I gotta go. All right. Cut the fucking promo. Don't be a shitbag. And remember, turn the phone sideways, not the long ways, okay?
I got you. I'll have it for you tomorrow.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Robert.
All right, bye. Oh, man. Oh, it's quite an adventure. It's, Jesus Christ. It's Rob Black's Show. We didn't even get to the, we'll be back. Oh, man. Nah. You guys are killing me. Ugh, we'll be right back. Jesus Christ.
From pop culture gifts to adult fun, t-shirts, mugs, socks, fun topical gifts for all ages. Then there's mature fun, massage lotions, naughty games, toys, and lingerie. Extreme Gifts specializes in Delta 8 CBD, cartridges, edibles, vaporizers, and vaping liquids. The selection of glass products is amazing, from kratom, kava, flower, and so much more. Extreme Gifts, 1694 Penfield Road, next to the original Steve's Diner.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and let's finish shit up here. See, my cough's getting a little better. Even though fucking Schlack jinxed us. But it's all right. So, real quick. I wanted to... We don't have a ton of time to break this down now. We'll get to it tomorrow. A lot more. But I'm going to bring it up tonight so that, the description on the show isn't, a lie. So, our good friend... I gotta see where Daria Quinn. That's our good friend Daria. Daria's a good guy. And Daria posted, given the recent chatter, I figured now would be a good time to ask the group about how they felt about how XPW TV changed during the Shane Douglas East Coast invasion era. It wasn't even slow or subtle. Once Shane and Lizzie took over, it felt like a completely different show. One that more closely resembled ECW Hardcore TV, to the show's detriment, personal opinion. It's like Shane took everything that made XPW special and different and said, nope, gotta dump all that. Now, Daria, let me address this a little. And I'm not going to get riled up because everything that you said is true. But here's the main thing that is missing. It was supposed to be that way. I got indicted by the government. I got indicted for, as everybody knows, obscenity and blah, blah, blah. The original game plan was for me to come back to the company, retake XPW, and restore the natural order and bring everything full circle back to LA and have a big triumphant return with the I Disappear music and the whole ball of wax. That was the plan. So the whole plan, again, Shane likes to put over that he was the booker. Shane wasn't the booker. Shane didn't book shit. Shane didn't come up with characters. Shane didn't create any of the people that made XPW tick. Shane didn't come up with any of the fucking storylines that everybody remembers. Whether it was the home invasion, whether it was early XPW with Rocco and Jocko, any of that stuff. There was no Shane Douglas. The premise was Lizzie Borden taking the company from me, divorcing me, going with Shane, and him running the company, but obviously never having a stake in the company. Kind of like when a young guy gets with like an old heiress, and the young guy comes in and now he's running the company, he's running Revlon, or he's running whatever. And all the employees just look at him like, oh, yeah. Britney Spears. I think Britney Spears did it, or Jennifer Lopez did it, where they brought in the boyfriend, one of just the background dancers, and then all of a sudden the background dancer became the lead choreographer, tour manager. So that was the premise. That was the whole premise of the Shane Douglas coming in. And if you remember, they laid me bloodied in the middle of the ring after Lizzie double-crossed me. Remember, she had the mask because she got blown up by a landmine a month or two before, so she wore that mask covering through all the episodes of TV. And then once I got laid out in the middle of the ring, and she was by my side, and she pulls the mask off, and she's laughing. And now her and Shane got the title. And they got the company, and then I disappeared. I was gone. So that was the premise. That premise was then my return and taking back the company. Shane Douglas is never going to stay in that position. Remember, the tape deck's broke. That's why he left. Please. So, everything Daria said is 100% accurate and true, but that was the plan. But I got busted, and we were never able to then activate the plan. Which, here's the funny thing, and I had discussed this with Martini. I even discussed this with Kleincock. And I think I discussed this with one or two other people. But when we brought XPW TV back, one of the ideas I kicked around with, and I know some of you might say, you should have went with that. That would have been awesome. It would have been, funny. It would have been all those things. And that idea was Newhart, Dallas, and basically saying it was all a dream. Everything was a dream. And picking up before Shane and coming up with something that involved Martini, involved the kids, but basically saying it was all a dream. First episode of XPW TV. Lights go on. I wake up, and I'm like, oh my God. The craziest thing happened. And all of a sudden, Martini pops. She's like, why? What's wrong? And I go, I had the craziest dream. It's like, I own this wrestling company called XPW, and then I kind of go down this list, and then blank. And it's like, oh God, that's silly. And then she turns over and goes, turn the lights off. And I go to, we go back to bed, and then the lights come back on, and she pops up. She goes, but it's not a bad idea. And I pop up, and I go, what? She goes, starting a wrestling company. That could be kind of fun. And I go, you think? She goes, yeah. Be totally cool. Be like, and then she goes through of what the plans would be, and then the kids run into the room, and that starts XPW TV in the new era. And that was kicked around. Now, I'm not saying that's exactly how it was planned, but that idea was kicked around. So instead, I went, let's just go. All this time has passed, and now the wrestling business needs me to restore order because of the woke, wrestling world, and I'm here to save the industry. So we went into that direction. But that was the plan before we did episode 1, and the original plan being Shane Douglas eventually being gone, me retaking XPW, me and Lizzie getting back together, and the natural order of things go back to the way they were. And that chapter of XPW is like a bad separation. When couples separate, when they don't go their separate ways, they don't divorce, you hear the couple get back together and all is one and happy in life. Doesn't happen all the time, but it happens. But that would have been the premise. Like, oh yeah, we broke up, and what happened when we broke up? This retard Shane Douglas came in and tried to do these things on the East Coast, and there's this guy Joey Styles, and this girl from England, Roxanne Hall, and bringing up all those things. And at the end of the day, it was always just about us in L.A. And then, the music kicks, and we come back out, and everything is at one. But it didn't happen. Instead, I fought the government for 8 years, and instead you got the return 20 years later. Hey, better late than never, right, guys? It's Rob Black's The Rob Black Show. We will see you guys tomorrow. Be strong, be brave. I got to go eat. Actually, I need to go get a Diet Coke. Okay? I need a Diet Soda. Be good, be strong. And that's it. Peace out. Burn out. Burn out. Burn out. Burn out.